Welcome to episode 4 of the Everything Oddcast. On this episode, we have Skurge One, Chunky, and Menz.
The fucking dickhead. How long have you been getting back into graph for, dude?
Fuck. I'd say 6 months, but no, I reckon it's probably more like 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because time's flying, you know how it is.
Fuck yeah.
It goes quicker every fucking year.
Yeah.
Just, I've got a homie who was shouting me a fair bit of paint.
Yeah.
Paint, piece of dose. He'd get me out to do pieces and that, and just made me realise how much I loved it again.
Yeah.
You know, and I was doing some of the better shit that I'd done. It's almost like I never stopped. You know, my first couple of pieces were a bit shit, like the can control aspect and that.
Yeah.
Which I'm a fucking mad perfectionist with that stuff. Like anyone that knows me has seen me and painted with me has probably seen me like throw cans at walls and fucking scream, like real bad sport type shit.
Yeah.
Because you're just like so into your own art that all it takes is one wrong shape and it's like, I fucked it all, and everyone's going, no, it looks dope as, and you're like, no. Thanks, man. I appreciate that you like it. I really do, but
you're wrong.
But that's the same thing. I'm not wrong, and they're not wrong. It's just art. Like being such a perfectionist with art.
Yeah.
The things that you see wrong, other people don't.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Do you know, that's what it is. Like it's your own things. It's like you would have done tracks where there's like a line that's not recorded right, or you know you could have finished a bar better.
Yeah.
So every time you hear that bar, you're a bit cringe. Like just going, if I spent a bit more time just for that lyric. Yeah. You know what I mean? Fucking, I could have nailed it, but no one else ever hears that shit. And they'll probably be like, that's your best track ever. It's my favourite track of yours.
I've definitely had people say things like that to me.
Yeah.
I think it's an important part of the writing process.
It is.
Is like you make a song and you go, fuck yeah, I'm hot shit.
Yeah.
And then you listen to it over the week and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
I should have done this bit differently.
Yeah.
Oh no, I should have done that differently.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that line's a bit off. And then after a week, you can't fucking listen to it anymore.
Yeah.
But you've grown.
But you've grown too, yeah.
Your taste has changed 1%.
Yeah.
By listening to yourself so much.
That's what it is, like, because you know also now, like, you've recorded so many songs, I imagine that you know how it needs to sound when you approach a mic. So if you've got something in your head, like, you know you can execute that.
Yeah.
But if you don't take the time to do it, you know, like, because like sometimes I do that, get it slack in the booth and nail it a different way and go, oh, that actually sounds sick.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep that.
Yeah.
But then, you know, like, you listen back later, it's like, oh, fuck, I probably should have done it the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely like to keep a few days in between sessions on the same track if possible.
Definitely, man.
So I can spend a day recording and I'll probably be like, yeah, that's fucking sweet. And I'll come back a few days later and be like, that's actually not.
Yeah,
well, that's it. And mixing and mastering and everything, man. Like, fucking, you know, like, I used to, like talking to Little Luna, peace out Little Luna. Like, he's like, when's this track going to be done?
Yeah.
You know, we've been recording a bit because I literally live fucking 100 metres away from him, so it is what it is, you know. We've got a sire and stuff's in Harrow, just in the same block as well. So, you know, some of my homies are living very close now, which has been good for making music. Yeah. But, you know, certain people will be like, when's it going to be done? Fucking, it's like, man, I've spent like 6 hours editing it. But it sounds dope on the edit tip, but now it needs to be mixed. And then after I mix it, I'm probably going to fucking go away before I go back and try and master it as well. Because if you do it, you get audio fatigue.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You know, listen to the same thing over and over and over. You get audio fatigue. It's like, and mix up questioning yourself. Yeah. Does that compression sound better? Should I have that bit there? Yeah, you just got to go away.
I suppose that's the perfectionist coming out again, isn't it?
It is. It really is, man. It really is, you know.
I've been quite surprised with some of the weekend stuff we've been doing on the YouTube channel. We've had to record, mix, master some of the stuff on the same day.
Yeah, but if you're in the zone...
we just get in the zone and it comes out okay.
And your stuff, sonically, it sounds dope.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, like, you know, I've been sussing it all lately, you know, ever since I subscribed to the Oddcast and stuff like that. So now I'm there and subscribed to Odd Ones Out, like, new stuff keeps popping up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of the songs that have just got, like, the ice cream, you know, as the, you know, like, all that album or whatever. Like, I hadn't heard any of that shit. But now I've pretty much heard them all when they come on, you know, like... Yeah. And, it's all quality, man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, fucking nice, bro. It's good. So many cunts are doing what they do in Tassie at the moment. I'm pretty blown out. Like, there's a fucking lot of cunts doing a lot of wicked shit.
Absolutely, man.
You know what I mean?
It's fucking crazy.
It's gone off the chain. Like, I haven't even met Hermit yet. but I've watched his raps and like, you know, Pineal Collective for me, like I've been frothing that shit.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Because it's just like, it's just raw, but without being all street. Do you know what I mean? But it's still like in your face, like, and you can tell they just all love fucking partying and doing the thing. I mean, I know Pitchy does, fucking one love Pitchy. You know, like, he's the boy I know out of that crew. So that's the reason I've always watched stuff what Pitchy's doing and sussing those guys out. And a couple of them have just been fucking sick, man.
Dude,
you know, like really sick.
Have you seen them live?
Nah.
Dude,
because I haven't been
you've got to
here.
fucking see them live, brother.
Same as
they're fucking incredible.
Same as fucking 40 fucking 90 pills, man.
Yes.
Yeah, like Stretch and Reality. It's good to see Reality come back out because he was slaying shit back in the day with us. He was up all the time. Do you know what I mean? Right. And went through a stage of not making a lot of hip hop music, I think, and to have someone like Stretch to like light a fire under his ass.
Yeah, they seem like a great team, man.
Yeah, they become good mates. Fucking, and the funny thing is, fucking, like, I was watching Stretch and frothing on his shit. One of my old school mates, fucking Cade. Shout out to Cade if you ever see this. It's his son. Like, he grew up. He said to me, "I grew up listening to your shit." Through my dad, and I'm like just thinking, your dad, and I didn't put two and two together, and then I realised it was like one of my really old mates is Stretch's dad. So yeah, and he's the one doing a lot of their clips at the moment. Like him and Stretch doing the clips. They went out and bought like a $7,000 camera or whatever, and fucking you know, and just got into the editing and fucking shows, man. It's just like it's a real grimy sort of style, like big heavy style. Huge yelling into the mic style, which suits Rowdy down to a T. You know, because that's sort of what he's always done, and it's fucking sick, man. Like that blew me out, and I was like, I can't believe I'm blowing out this Stretch dude. And then I realised that he's like my mate's son, and he tells me, I've been listening to you forever through Cade and shit. Like, Cade worded him up like, Aussie hip hop, Tassie hip hop, check this out. So that's trippy.
I see him on a lot of posters recently, you know, for hip hop gigs. I haven't been to many. They had the Wombat gig last week, and just bits and bobs. Which is pretty sick. I think Butter D's been getting one on that. So that scene's been going pretty hard lately. You know, it's fucking people been frothing it around Hobart.
Yeah. That's weird to hear that, like, that scene though. It's like should be the scene.
It is, but it's almost a different sense evolved to something different now.
Yeah, it really has. Yeah, it really has. And to see all that, like, all the different types of that.
That's right. Yeah,
and everyone's still doing their thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been loving the shit you guys have been doing, man. Like, some of your tracks, Chunky, are fucking great.
Thanks, right?
Because I love it how you're like fucking really free with what you say and really free with the flows. Like, you can go anywhere in your flows. Like, you're not just conforming to just molting at the end of every bar and fucking, do you know what I mean? It's it's more funky, which suits you, man, and I see that, and it's got some tongue-in-cheek shit, and it's a bit funny, and that's another part of the scene. What you dudes are doing, and you with your fucking angel voice, fucking laying down that shit, you know, like. It's dope, man.
Thank you very much.
It's really dope. So that's like another little part.
It's a huge diverse scene now. It's like all these different little genres of hip hop coming within one scene, sort of thing.
For sure, bro.
It's cool. It's definitely really cool to see. It's like changed even since I've been part of the scene.
Yeah, and it will. You'll watch it. You'll watch it keep sort of ebbing and flowing and changing. And I mean, unfortunately, certain people come in and they butt heads, and you know, shit happens, or someone in a crew will like fuck one of the dudes' missuses, and then that crew fucking all hate each other now. And you sort of see bits. I've seen generations of this over and over. I've seen about 7 or 8 waves of it. You know, like the you know, like the wedding period, or you know, and the honeymoon period. Like heaps of people showing up to your shows. Because it's your first shows and stuff. So
that's a little bit heartbreaking when that starts to drop off, isn't it?
It does.
You're like, oh fuck no.
All your mates come to start with, and then
they're only going to come to probably like 3 or 4 shows, and then after that they're like, I've seen fucking Skurge rap and stuff, or I've seen you know, you boys rap and that, and they've got other stuff to do. So it's like they're not. A lot of them aren't like crazy hip hop heads. They're more just your homies that supporting you for doing hip hop and stuff, and they like really pumped to see you do something cool, so they'll come along and watch you on stage a couple of times. But once they've seen that, like it's sort of, you know, with the Dirt Turtles, you know, like their shows were like huge. And they'd be like a lot of their mates, you know, and then that sort of, you know, started to tinkle off. I haven't heard anything from those guys for a while. Like,
I'm not sure what's going on with those guys. Actually.
Because they were cool. They
were about when I first came into the scene, really, and their shows were going off at the time.
And I liked them because they were like 7 Mile Boys and Lauderdale Boys and stuff like that. Like, they reminded me of the kids I grew up with, my mates in high school and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, just Eastern Shore boys, but not like Bogan boys, like not your Roby High Crew or your you know, that sort of shit. Just laid back cunts like Swazzer. Like he's one from my age of dudes like that. Do you know what I mean? He's just like a total chiller. Real fucking nice dude. Grown up probably around a lot of fucking country bogans, for lack of a better word. You know, cunts that look like they got their fucking mudder out the back, you know, like their sideways car that they crank around in the paddock, and a couple of dudes got dirt bikes and they'll go surfing, and that's what it is, you know, like small internet crews. And a few of the boys that used to hang around with Swaz, like we all used to go to Mobius and get fucked up and end up back at this place in bloody Lauderdale.
How old were you guys when you were originally hanging out?
Swaz, now I've been like 23, I suppose.
Yeah, no shit.
22.
Yeah. So about the age when we started.
Because he's me and him the same age as far as I know. Swaz. We're about the same age, if not like I'm a year older or he's a year older, I can't remember, but we were mates with all the same mates growing up. So we'd always go to the same parties and see each other around. You know, and then I'd also go and see him at Mobius rapping, you know, as he was, and he'd watch me rapping, and so we realised that we were both hip hop heads too. You know, like
the same thing.
So when was there like rapping at Mobius regularly? Was that a thing regularly? Or did that just pop up?
It was crazy, bro. That's
I think
how
that was a lot before my time.
That's how I first sort of got my like leg foot in the door, I suppose. Through Medusa. You'd go. Mobius was basically a hip hop club, man. Like you'd go in there and like they might start playing like breaks and jungle and a bit of dubstep later on in the night. But up until like it was all just fucking DJ cut stuff, like DJ Grotesque, Dames when he was just getting on, fucking a couple of other dudes, Mixel Plix, a couple of other DJs were just playing hip hop. And just dropping like hip hop hip hop acapellas over different big hip hop instrumentals that everyone would know, like, you know, Simon Says, Get the Fuck Up. Don't like that to get played 40 times a night. And then there was also a bit where like the DJ had let like a few rappers jump up in the DJ booth and he'd hook mics in, and then we'd just fucking rap, rapping over breaks and jungle and drum and bass and stuff, and it was sick, man. You'd have a totally packed Mobius front to back, but every cunt just looking at it and everyone dancing hard on good drugs. And it was cool, man. That kicked along for, I know they had battles down there. Checkmate and Bigfoot performed down there. I saw fucking Bliss and SO play their Not Day of the Dog, the one before that, like their first album. Down there it was like $5 a head.
Whoa, no shit.
That's fucked up. It was so sick too, man. And then those guys would fucking, because you'd end up ciphering out the front and talking shit with all the heads, and someone would be, you know, like Bladel would always be there fucking with a beatbox. Or Greeley would always, you know, sort of before Greeley was like into rapping properly and stuff, you know, like he was the beatbox guy. So it's like, Greeley, come over and drop a beat, you know, and just end up big fucking circle of cypher out the front of Mobius, and everyone would come and join in, man. Like,
it's one of my favourite parts of hip hop, man.
Dude. And see, I haven't been to a gig where that's happened to me for a long time. I think I've been also avoiding it a bit. Like, I'll see cyphers and go, just through, like, I don't know, fucking.
Definitely,
I can't think of shit these days. Like, I've got so many songs, bro, but trying to think of like my first line to kick into like a dope written. I just go fucking blank, man.
I suppose you've genuinely just got to sit down and bash your head against a wall, eh?
Like fucking, if it's not a freestyle cypher and every cunt's just like dropping hot 16s or, just grabbing their best fucking shit and just going in on it.
Yeah.
You're sort of going, oh, I've got that one, what can I think of? And then it'd come down to me sometimes and I just... They're like, nah, pass. Like that shit, and that started to fuck with me a bit. I'm like, no. Now I've always got go-tos. I've probably got like 5 go-tos, so if it happens again, I'll have something.
Yeah. Something to fall back on.
Yeah, but no, Moby was a beautiful time, man. Like, Ben, who owned Moby, was right into hip-hop. He was collected a lot of vinyl, and also, as far as I can remember, he was a bit of a DJ too. So it was just supported the scene hard.
Yeah.
But, once, the way I saw it, once they closed down Club Surreal, and there was another one too. They shut down the casino. They shut down clubs like Club Surreal. A lot of the other clubs sort of fucking... ISO, I think, shut down at that stage too.
Just a bit to
so it's like a mad amount of like all those people were going to Mobius.
Fuck yeah.
So it changed the clientele.
Yeah.
And the vibe of the whole place really quickly.
Yeah.
And the money was a lot bigger. So as far as I know, Ben was just like, all right, I'm going to start going this way with it. And, and that sort of, dissipated eventually. Yeah. But that's how I got, the first time I was ever on fucking stage with Mobius, man. And funny story, like a few weeks before I just met Medusa, and at that stage I looked up to Medusa like a fucking king, like I was like, whoa. This kid from the Eastern Shore who was right into graph and that and hadn't met many rappers see Medusa do his shit in Mobius, and I'm just like, whoa, this comes off his head. Like, so I looked up to him a lot. And, I'd see him out the front and I just, do you mind if I spit you some bars? But yeah, spit something. And so I started spitting a few things and he just loved it. He just It's like, well, is that your like first raps and shit, man? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that shit's off its head, bro. Like, people need to hear this shit. Like, when are you getting on stage? And I'm like, oh, no, man, I'm never getting on stage. I'm just rapping for me and shit. And I'll probably record some tracks from homies. He's like, nah, dude, you got to get on stage. And I'm like, no, but I really don't want to do that. He's like, well, yeah, all right. And then literally 2 weeks later, I was like getting ready to go to Mobius, and he's rang me. He's like, how do you feel about getting up for 15 minutes tonight? Ooh. And I was like, oh man, I sort of told you that I don't want to get on stage. He's like, well, fucking too bad. You're getting up for 15 minutes and you're going to fucking bust those raps that you busted to me. And if you don't, then I'm never going to fucking help you again. Like it's on that. Like you come in, you wait next to the booth. When I give you the nod, you jump up and fucking lay into that shit. And if you don't, then that's the last bit of help you get from me, man, because you're not serious about it. And I was like, fuck. Got off the phone and I just rang up a few people like, I've got to get on stage tonight. Yes. And everyone's like, what? And I was like, fuck, what are you going to do? And I was like, well, I suppose I'm going to go do it. Fuck. Full called me out. Yeah. And fuck, when I got up, bro, like within 15, 30 seconds, man, I was like higher than I've ever been in my life. Slaying bars, not missing anything, feeling totally at home, and the whole crowd going off their heads. You know what I mean? And to have that, I'm pretty sure I was probably on like some good MD and stuff at the time. And then get off and every cunt's coming up and giving you props and that, and I was just like, fuck, that wasn't actually that bad. It's just and I still get that same butterflies like every show, I swear. Yeah. I never just go, oh yeah, it's just another gig. It's just anxiety central leading up to it. Fucking for days, man.
Yeah, fucking it's like, I remember my first show at the Pooh Bar, and all the boys came. I was like, didn't have any material or any songs, so I was just like, alright, get up and just freestyle over some beats. Fucking got in the zone, went down well. Did my next gig. I was like, fuck yeah, this will be alright. Got up, there was like 2 people in the crowd. But no one else turned up, and I was just like, oh, this is going to be hard.
It's different, isn't it?
And you still got to just do it, eh? Like, you can't just fucking do a really half-assed show because there's only...
you still got to try and get the energy, but it's really hard.
It is really hard, man.
You got no crowd to feed off,
Yeah, crowd to feed off makes fucking huge difference.
And I remember one of the one of the dudes sitting in the crowd was Dan Bauer.
Oh yeah.
He was sitting in the corner, like after my first song, he's like. Him and the only other person in the crowd walked out and went out for a smoke, and I was like, oh fuck. That's alright, man. I don't blame you. Yeah. I'm struggling up here.
Dude, yeah, no, I have too. Like,
I was like, I need to get some songs, I think.
Yeah, I've definitely done like 2 or 3 shows, I suppose, over my tenure that I have even lacked back once it's hit me that I'm only rapping to like 6 people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the aura just dies a bit, like.
Yeah.
You know.
But on the...
I think I fuck little things up more when it's like that too. Cause
yeah. Well, you're more in your own head, I suppose.
Yeah, more in your own head and thinking about getting shit right because you're just doing it to know. It's like...
I find the key to that is when there's that little people in the room, because, I don't know, when there's like 50 eyes looking at you, it's easy to feel connected to a crowd. Because it's like the fucking pornography of attention.
It is.
There's so many eyes on you. It's just like, I'm good. Yeah. I'm fucking sweet. And you just go and you go. But when there's not as many people, you actually got to talk to them and have a little bit of a back and forth and create the connection that way.
Yeah. I found myself, like, when we had like Cordices once at the Brizzo and it was like that, I just found myself jumping off and getting in the crowd.
Yo.
And just going over and like talking to cunts. Yeah, how's your night going? You drinking or what?
Yeah, fuck
good to see you here, bro. Fucking blah blah blah. You should come up a bit closer to the front though. Like, come up, you know, and then just sit on the front of the stage and just like drop the beat, and then just start spitting at cunts on the stage and you know, as they come into it's like stand up and get up on the stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, being a bit more interactive like that.
Definitely.
For sure, man.
Definitely.
For sure, man. It goes a long way. But, I mean, cunts like. Bladle's a good one for it. He's fucking always done it, and there's certain people that do. He'll do like he'll take bits out of his set to do open mic nights, to do open mic. You know, he'll be like, I want to get fucking like take it back to, you know, not the old school, I suppose, but like, let's get a fucking cypher on stage.
Definitely.
Anyone who's a rapper, all right. I'm going to play this beat, I'm going to drop 16, then we're going to pass the mic off.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And, you know, like, every time that's ever happened, I always jump up.
Yeah.
You know, like, fucking, I love doing a little bit of open mic.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fun, just over a random beat and seeing what everyone bounces off and stuff. And but he's one that's always kept that alive, man, because that used to be done a lot more. You know, Downside do it when they come down a lot of the time, like, fucking Dazzle will get cunts up to rap, you know, like, Coolism got cunts up to rap, you know, like Medusa used to always get cunts up to rap, like it was sort of like and it's sort of good too because you don't have to practice as many songs. You can just be like, well, this song's just going to be anything. It's just going to be chuck like a really fat beat on that gets everyone MC pumped and get everyone up to rap. Yeah. And that's fun because that's another way of engaging the rappers in the audience and stuff. It's like, you know, I'm up here being Mr. fucking MC, like talking down on everyone basically, but then getting other people up so I can give them props and stuff like that. That was a pretty cool little thing.
I like that.
Yeah. But I think Rowdy and Draz are playing at that Doof tonight and they're doing like a whole set over like jacked beats, like classic ones, like Wu-Tang ones and Dr. Dre, like classic shit. Just shit that everyone knows. So it's like it's already
that'll be the way to
familiar in your head.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed, like, we used to do that a fair bit too. Like, when it was EPC, which was Epic Proportions crew, my first crew, which was like Fexy and Vocal and me, another dude called Amoeba. And we used to do that a lot, like, because we didn't have that much material.
Yeah.
So we'd chuck like a couple of random beats through our set.
Definitely.
And and just do like a remix to one of our tracks we always play, but wrap it over something that everyone hears and knows. Like cliche as it sounds, Simon Says, very much. It always gets cunts up regardless. You know what I mean? Like, certain Dr. Dre beats and certain Cypress Hill beats and stuff like that, certain Wu-Tang beats, like, are that familiar with people. They don't need to know your music or know what you're rapping about just to start bopping to it. Yeah, and they said they were doing that and I was like, oh fuck yeah, you're gonna have a fun set.
Yeah, well Chunky and I are doing a set there tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Filth.
But it was going to be an Odd Ones Out set, but sadly Bain is...
Where's Bain?
Bain, his lease expired.
Yeah,
he's got to move.
Oh, for real?
We found out where he's moving yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Is he
moving?
He
might be on the street.
I don't know.
Yeah, is he?
Maybe not. Who knows?
But why would he say his lease is ending and then not?
Because maybe he's got to really clean up the house and shit.
Okay.
I don't know.
Where was he living?
Putana.
Putana, yeah, right. Yeah.
The hood.
The hood.
Yeah.
There can be the hood there.
No, it's some good times had up at that house over the years, for sure. Yeah.
Has he been there for a fair while?
Yeah, man. Yeah, since I've known him.
Is that where you guys were, like, got your proper booth set up and stuff, or?
No, he's got a little setup in there in a booth. He's actually got a good setup there now.
Yeah, right.
He's got a great setup.
Yeah, back in the day, when we first got into rap, we when his mum was living there, we'd be in the front room, like, towel under the door, like, smoking bongs. And just, like, putting beats on and freestyling, for hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, ended up getting a radio show on Edge Radio. And we'd just get, like, it was like midnight on Wednesday night.
Who was that?
Me and Lockie.
Yeah.
Used to do that.
Yeah.
And, we used to just get real blazed, man, and go in and do this show and just never prepare.
Yeah.
Never prepare.
Nah. Wouldn't even like pointers.
Not at all. No. Just go in and make it all up, and it was fucking great.
Oh, that's gold. I suppose if you're just people listening to you can sort of do that a bit too.
Yeah, and like we knew just a few of them, our mates were probably listening, and that was it. But it was a good time. Like,
fuck yeah, I didn't even know that she was popping off.
Yeah,
I would listen to it.
Just got us, into freestyling really, and got us into rapping, and it was a good little way in. And like,
fuck yeah, man.
I was through meeting Max Blade as well, and Cody Brown, our rhetoric.
They're both freestyle fucking
seeing
things.
them freestyle like that fully got me going. I was like, I want to do this shit.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah,
and they're just like, they're beats.
Where did you first see them freestyle?
At like a Taz battles, like a really early one at the Pooh Bar, and I remember Greeley was running it. This was before I'd ever been to a hip hop gig.
Yeah,
but I remember going with Lockie and Max and Cody up there, and I think Lockie went in. Yeah, like Max entered him.
Yeah.
He didn't know about it, and Lockie got put on the
like
spot.
Jumped in.
And he went up there and pulled out of the hat and got put against Max.
Right.
So Lockie went up and spat a free, and then Max just kind of sat back and had something prepared and just put it down. It was real good. Yeah, I think Max won it in the end.
Max is such a dope fucking freestyler.
Oh, he's incredible.
He's such a dope freestyler.
He's incredible.
Like, fuck.
That was good times, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. So what year was that?
Fuck, God, yeah.
Because you were getting remember how I was talking to you through Didham?
Yeah.
I was going to come and do that walk with you guys and stuff like that. And you were even looking for a place to live.
Yeah,
that was. You're going to move into my joint in Glenna Valley there for a while.
That was fucking a while ago.
Fuck, it would be like 5 years now, I suppose.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, because then I noticed shortly after that was when I started to notice.
That's
because Didham was like, oh, he's hell into hip hop and shit. Like, he loves fucking hip hop.
I think I started doing gigs just after that period. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good dude, Didham.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Fucking bit of a weapon, eh?
Great dude. Yeah, really great dude.
Fuck yeah.
Making fucking knives and shit.
Yeah, dude. I'll be down there.
Doing some really cool shit.
Yeah, me and him started making one together, but just after he did his first one, and he's
right.
fucking making some amazing shit.
Yeah, dude.
He's always been like a crazy mind when it comes to anything wood or metal or carpentry.
So resourceful, man. He can just do a bit of everything, can't he?
Yeah. And he's just like a fucking outdoors. Like, he loves everything outdoors,
Yeah.
Fishing the lakes and going hiking and camping.
Yeah, it took me on my first proper walk up to Walls of Jerusalem.
Yeah, fuck then. How good's that?
It changed my life, man. It was fucking an amazing experience.
He took me the first time towards Jerusalem too, dude. And it changed my life too.
Fuck yeah.
That was that was 20 years ago now.
That's so good.
Oh, maybe not 20, probably like 16 years ago or something now. But just getting dwarfed by nature, like making you realise how fucking small you actually are.
Definitely,
like, amongst all that shit and how beautiful it is. Like, just on your doorstep in Tassie, like fucking...
Just let your senses come alive. It's all about the smells and the...
And he doesn't mind a bit of a chuff either, so...
Oh, he loves it, man.
It's like when we were hiking, it's always hiking, but it's like we've always got a bill and we've always probably got like a fucking half flask of whiskey. The nights are always in the tent, eating shitty food out Trangia, and...
Definitely.
When we went up to the Frenchman's Cap, bro, like, because he's such a chef, like his chef mind.
Yeah.
You can't stop that, like, even when he's hiking and needs to be packing fuck all. And so he just like had this big bag of custard powder mixed with like fucking cinnamon bean and shit like this, all infused already, vanilla bean and stuff.
Yeah.
And he'd just be making these last cinnamon vanilla bean fucking ricey puddings for dessert, you know, when we're all baked and shit. Homemade fucking, you know, beef jerky, like big steak-sized bits and shit, and like...
He would have thought about the weight of it all, so he he would have like sacrificed something important to take that food in his pack.
Exactly, like, we'd have like a pasta meal, but it'd be like chopped chorizo through it, you know, like little things like that you don't think of.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Because he's got that chef mind, he's just like, oh yeah, get fucking Didden back on there.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. I was feeling I missed that, because you were going to go and do... Were you going to go into the Eastern Western Arthurs?
We were, it hasn't happened, but we're still planning on going on. It's like, I seem like every 6 months, you know what I mean? Like we'll eventually catch up every 6 months.
I haven't seen him probably for like nearly 12 months now, bro. Like, yeah. It is how it is.
Exactly right, man. Yeah, like everyone's got their own lives going on, you know what I mean?
That's it. He's got a couple of little ones and fucking job and all that shit.
That's
so
right, man. Yeah.
You know, once that all comes in, it makes it hard. You know, like even my small schedule of having my daughter and stuff, like tonight, like in the last fortnights, like I can't. I've got my daughter.
Yeah.
You know, so organise it for.
Makes you have to like organise yourself and plan ahead, doesn't it? Like,
it does. It really does. It really does. And especially because a lot of the time, like I've got mad anxiety and shit these days, and like when I'm at home, I've got to be in the right zone. When you know, I have a lot of people hit me up that want to hang.
Yeah.
You know.
And I appreciate you coming down, man. It's really fucking lovely to see you.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Really lovely to see you.
Fuck yeah. They're all good, bro. They're all good. It's been way too long, actually.
Yeah.
We've not really hung out since my whole days.
Nah.
And then I was just talking to Bain one night and we were discussing the podcast and I was just fucking like, we should get Skurge on. Bain was like, yes, fuck Bain, we should get Skurge on.
I don't even know if I met Bain, bro. Like, I probably have.
Oh, you've definitely hung out at the Mole drunk after a couple gigs.
Yeah,
but everyone would have been royally cooked.
Yeah, that's what it would be.
There'd be no expectation.
Because his face looks familiar, and I'm like, fuck, I can't remember like having conversations or anything with him, but his face looks familiar enough to, like, we've obviously passed in the same cruise.
Definitely.
You know, somewhere over the years.
Yeah.
He's a very fucking talented dude
He's very
as well, obviously.
Cool dude, man. Very, very, very cool.
Yeah.
And he's just beginning to unlock his powers.
Yeah, that's it.
We're all watching, we're all just going, when will he know he's the one?
Get him to watch him fucking open up his wings and take flight properly.
Yeah. We're all still in the cocoon, brother.
Yeah.
We're all still there.
Fucking, something you said a few weeks ago cracked me up when I was watching one of your podcasts. Was it talking about having like the slight hip-hopper ego?
Can't remember.
Oh, it was funny.
Can't remember.
Where you're like, you know you're pretty good at what you do.
Yeah.
Like, it's there. It's like you wouldn't still be doing it if you thought you were whack.
Yeah.
And stuff. And that's alright. Like,
totally.
Having that kind of ego is not even really an ego. It's like,
that's a bit of a fucking skill to have as a person as well, to work at something and know I'm fucking good at this. Everyone might agree.
Yeah.
But I know I'm at.
Yeah, you're kicking goals and you're making, because it's really about. If you're trying to blow up and go massive, then obviously it's got to be about what other people think.
Yes.
But if you're just trying to roll along and make music because you enjoy it, and then hope something happens out of that, you know, push yourself in certain ways to try and make it happen if you want. But if not, it's not the end of the world. Like, you're still making music with your mates. And you're still blowing yourself out here and there, like, with certain things. You kick back and go, I like that. I did well on that, you know, and you can big up yourself for it. You can go, I'm fucking proud of that, you know, like, that's what it's about. Like, I know I'm a fucking good rapper. Like, I know I'm a good rapper. But I've been doing it for fucking ever, and I practiced a lot to be a good rapper. You know, like, if I wasn't by now and I wasn't confident of knowing that I can rock all right on a mic, like, I'd have to, like, probably be one of those people that purely does it just for fun. You know, which I do mainly, but I've got to be good at it. I've got to keep pushing myself in ways.
Yeah, it's got to be that certain, like, you got to have a bit of pride in it, no matter if even it's just for fun. You got to sort of know a little bit that you're doing okay and you can impress yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to have that little bit of ego involved.
That's right.
Just for yourself, you know what I mean?
That's right. And like I don't make that many tracks these days, but when I do make tracks, I send them out to certain people. You know, like fucking to have a gander. You know, like because it'll be sitting there. And
I'd love to be a part of that list, by the way.
I can send you some shit, man.
I would love that, dude.
Yeah. No, of course, man. Yeah, give me. Actually, I've already got your email. I know I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll send you some stuff, man. Like, because it's just certain people that I respect their opinion, I suppose, and also certain people that I know just love. Like they're like, when's your next release? I don't know. Yeah. Whenever I can be fucked. You know, like fucking. So those people, I just like try and go. Oh well, I'm still making shit. Here, suss this. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I might not have a whole CD mixed and mastered and printed and whatever.
Yeah.
Because all that shit wigs me out these days too, man. There's so much that goes into polishing a product. I wish. I was saying this to Luna last week. It's like, fuck, I wish that I didn't get so impatient that I needed my own mic. Because, like, certain people just float around and they go and use everyone else's shit, you know. And then their mates just, like, mix and master their shit for them for free.
Yeah.
And they just pump it out. And having that and being able to spend the rest of your time on just honing your craft. Not worry about making beats because every cunt's giving them to you.
Yeah.
Not having to worry about learning how to master because you've got a homie who's good enough and he'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Fuck, I wish I took that part. You know,
well, that's the thing, dude. You still can. It's just about fucking... It's just like, all right, am I going to put the effort of trying to do all this alone, or should I put the effort into genuinely just making friends and genuinely having the balls to be like, hey, do you want to be part of my team?
Yeah, true.
Nobody's that fucking blunt anymore. Everyone's just fucking hanging on a hope that you can ask someone and all of a sudden the gates are open to you.
Yeah. True as. And at the same time, I'll take it back what I said in a way because having my own setup is fucking wicked.
Dude.
You know, like I got sick of owning certain, you know, Deuce was recording, he had a booth and there's a few other dudes that you could go and record with, but trying to organise it around people's schedules. Yeah. Sort of like with this thing, you know, like just organise around schedules and stuff and getting people on board. But sometimes it's so cool when you can just be in your own schedule. When you're just sitting, you got the mic set up, you play the track in Cubase or whatever you use, you know, and writing and then just getting on the mic straight away and smashing it.
Yeah.
And just creating like that. Yeah. Like, I'd obviously never be able to do that if I didn't take that route. And also learning beats and stuff, like, you know, then that's another thing. It's like, well, now I've got beats I can use as well. I don't have to try and dig them up. And I hate jacking beats, man. Like,
I've hit a stage where it's beginning to really fucking hurt.
It's just it's like, don't get me wrong, I'll still jump on a jack beat every now and then for the fun, just because the vibe on the track. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just hear it, it's like, that's I need to rap on that, but fuck, it's so much more. What's the word for it? I get a lot more satisfaction out of knowing that I own this beat.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
You know, my mate's giving it to me to own, or I own it because I made it, or...
Then it becomes your product.
Then it becomes 100% your product. And so it's like, it's an art piece from start to finish. Yeah. You know, the writing...
And like, I think I get more satisfaction out of making a beat. I think, like, looking back at it, I get more satisfaction out of that than actually, you know, if I recorded... You know, a track, recorded some rhymes on another beat, and looking back at that product, I'd be happier with just making a beat. I'd be like, fuck yeah. I know there's more into that, I think, and then playing vocals on that and that whole process, and then, you know, filming a video and editing, like, doing that all yourself, it just gives another level of satisfaction to it. You're just like, fuck
it does, you've built it from the ground up.
This is all me, this is all us.
That's it. You've just got your close mates, you know, everyone's out boys, looking over your shoulder and going, oh yeah, fucking...
It's fucking
keep going with that.
Great to be a part of, like, just doing it all from that level. And
for sure.
It's like a lot, you know, it's hard fucking work. But
it is.
So it's worth it, you know?
Yeah. One of the things with me and my beats, like, I've got I always make beats, and there's always ones that I'm like, that's mine. Fuck if I'm ever getting rid of that, like that's mine. And I've got like a big collection of these that I've never used.
Yeah.
Because it's like at the time I'm just like, or like later on I'll hear it and go, I'll have like a sentimental thing to it. It's like, nah, that's mine. But they hardly ever get used, you know. And the only reason for that is with me is once I've sat there and tried to make a beat for hours and hours and hours and mix it and fuck around with it and try and get it to a certain stage where I want to rap on it. Then if I start writing to the beat and stuff like that and spend another couple of hours, it's so by the time I've done all that, I'm actually already starting to get a bit pissed off with it.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a whole other challenge in itself.
It is, That's why I always, like, a lot of the time just rocked on other people's beats, because it's like I get them and they're just fresh straight away. Like all I need to do is go fucking get on a piano.
You can roll on that vibe, that, you know, that start to finish.
Definitely, man, definitely. And you know, like fucking, I used to get a lot more out of that. Because, like once you've been making a beat for a long time. The project, and then so by the end of the project, once you've mixed and mastered it and stuff, it's like, fuck, I've been fucking with this for a long time. I'm over it. Even though I know it's good, I don't want to listen to it that much, or I don't want to show that many people or something, you know.
Part of me says though, like, well, I go through the exact same thing and it fucking breaks your heart every time. Part of me also goes, okay, so the big issue is you get 80% of the way through and then you don't want to anymore. Harden the fuck up. It's like, what do you mean you don't want to? It's just like, oh, no, I've listened to it so much my ears are bleeding. All right, no, stop. It's just like, no, it's pissed me off a bit. That's the way I have to talk to myself. It's like, harden the fuck up.
100%. You've invested enough time in it to know that it's going to be good at the end, so just see it through.
But then I've ditched 4 or 5 projects too. For that exact reason. Like, it's really neat. Like, Cody Brown and Torek, we had 30 songs, a double album.
So you were working with Cody a fair bit?
Yeah. We had 30 songs done.
Yeah, he's a mad cunt.
He's fucking incredible. It's one of my life goals to make sure the world hears that fucking dude.
Definitely, bro. Because Oratoric and Paddles were fucking smashing shit out back in the day. Doing a lot of live shows and stuff, and you know, Cody just always had something, man. He's a great freestyler. He's got a real hip hop vibe when it comes to his raps. You know, like Bladel too, man. Like Bladel just makes shit sound effortless. Doesn't even have to try and be hip hop or anything. He just is. And I know that as well because I remember seeing him at every single fucking gig ever, and he was always at Mobies, and he was always doing ciphers, and he was always
in the culture.
Always in the culture from start to finish, and his stuff was always on another fuck, I hate using this word, echelon. You see something, you can't drop it. On another level than most people at the time. Do you know what I mean? And then when I dropped my album, he fucking came up to me outside Pooh Bar and fucking hugged me. He's like, I've been listening to your album, Skurge Procedures, all day, bro. It's fucking amazing. And like, me and Bladel, like, love you, Bladel, fucking oath. Mad respect for you, but like over the years, like we were never close. You know, it was like a healthy competitive thing, I suppose, and he was just a slightly different dude than the people that I was hanging around with too. Like some of my guys were pretty staunch, and you know, could be pretty wankerish, I suppose, in ways, and you know, like, so me and him never like got real close. But I always watch his shows from the front every time, and if he was there, he'd always watch mine too, and we'd talk to each other a little bit here and there. But for him to give me props on my album, because he was quite tight-lipped with his props to me, and I was with him too. Put it in the comments if I'm wrong, bro. But it was probably all me. I don't know. But like fucking to watch him, the way he's honed his craft over the years, and he hasn't dropped much, but everything he drops is fucking A spec dope shit.
Definitely.
You know, and I said to him, I was listening to one of his things from an old mixtape the other day, and I was like, fuck, it blows me out how like you just sound so like you do the most dope shit, but it sounds so effortless and so fucking real. You know,
we've witnessed firsthand how much time he spends with things and like, how much time he spends honing it and just honing it.
And like, he's been doing this like
when I met him, man, hard worker.
When I met him, a lot. It was like because down at the lawns, like there was a big fucking lawns culture with all the rappers too. You know, like meet up down on the Salamanca lawns. There'd be heaps of there'd be b-boys there. All the graphers would be there. All the dudes that fucking rap would be there.
Yeah.
And we just all fucking take cartons onto the lawns and just all chill.
Fuck yeah.
Scythe and roll spliffs and talk
Sounds
and
dope.
show each other our sketchbooks and all that.
That's hip hop, right?
That's hip hop.
Yeah.
What the fuck were we doing?
Cracking out our black books and writing in each other's black books, you know, with tags and, you know, passing shit around. And it was like, it was cool for me because being an Eastern Shore boy, like fucking growing up in Harrow, like grew up earlier in Rugby when I was really young, but, you know, growing up in Harrow through all that, I was bombing over on the Harrow, like spec, you know, like I was doing the east side thing and like I thought I was alright. And I come over for like a youth arc graffiti day in the rivulet that Topsky was holding. And I went in and I just met like about 15 cunts that were like 100 times better than me. And like I had a totally different idea of what graffiti aesthetically should look like.
Yeah.
You know, I was tagging a lot and my tags weren't too bad I suppose, but like when it came to actually doing a piece and stuff, like I was seeing these dudes doing like full colour with drop shadow and a key line and then a background and fucking highlights and all this shit that I'd never even thought about.
Yeah.
You know, like living in my own little east side lunchbox.
I suppose you wouldn't have been watching Instagram and shit. Instagram graphics, none of that was around.
There was none of that, man, no one had anything. We all ended up getting like, a lot of people got DeviantArt sites, which is still up, deviantart.com. That was like the way to push your art out there, I suppose. It was about the same time as MySpace. There was DeviantArt, so you could like put stuff on DeviantArt, but it was nothing like what Insta is now. You know, like, nothing like that. It was crazy. You'd end up like, there might be like 4 or 5 people from Hobart that were on there, so you'd make friends with those guys. But you'd end up making friends with a lot of dudes from like Canada and like, you know, Copenhagen and weird places like that, you know, like people that like your graph and, you know, send fucking messages back and forward and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was none of that. We were all watching like videos, bro, like VCRs that we got, all like DVDs of like I used to watch Star Wars. I don't know if you've ever seen Star Wars, but it's just
the documentary.
Yeah. It's like the original documentary on New York subway culture and like the way that all started. You know, like watch that fucking every day.
Yeah. And
then there was like a movie called Dirty Hands, which was crazy. That was just like cunts bombing all around the world and doing trains and stuff like that. But it wasn't like you couldn't say people in your own culture doing it, like, you know, like in your own state doing it. Yeah. So to speak, and anyone who was doing stuff real dodgy, like they just wouldn't even put stuff up. Yeah. Obviously, like it was just
really underground thing.
This new interweb thing, you know, like you're putting all your stuff on, and it was just very underground. And we'd just literally go and hang out at each other's houses and just vibe on sketching and like passing back and forth magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd order magazines through Rough Cut, like when in 2000 or whatever, and they always had like a lot of good graph magazines, like ones from around Australia, but also worldwide ones and stuff. And so you buy those, and you just study them, you know, study them, and then like take those out to the lawns and like cunts would just be passing around magazines, and everyone's just blowing out at productions in the magazines. Plus the paint was shit too, like you know, before Tommy Ray, shout out to Tommy. Before Tommy Ray like opened up Rough Cut, man, like you only had like really bargain basement style paint here. No caps and nozzles, like, you know, like now you've got thin caps and fat caps and high pressure and low pressure and ones that just make your life 100 times easier when you're painting, you know. Whereas before it was just like whatever cap came on the can, that's what you were using. The paint was just like, the paint section wasn't very big, you know.
Yeah.
And security around the paint used to be a lot dodgier too.
There was more security back then?
I suppose once they realised that would have been probably Oltowski and fucking Voda and all those boys were probably going ham on the racks back then. And so, you know, if you looked a certain way and you're going into K&D, like, they'd sort of follow you around a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just, you know, which, I mean, of course, that's the way it's got to go. Sort of dress up like a tradie these days, basically. Yeah, so it was all that too. Like, we just didn't know what we were vibing on. You know, like, we had like forefathers like Topsky and all those boys to like teach us stuff about how to use the shit paint we were using to its best ability.
Yeah.
And running with that and trying to get good at that. And, you know, Chicken Feed had a lot of paint, all the export paint.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Like,
Chicken Feed having spray paint.
Yeah, so like that, they're like the ultimate. They've got like a chisel cap, so they come out square instead of round, and like if you could paint good with those, that showed a big thing. But all of us dudes ended up being really good at painting with those, because it's sort of what you had. And Chicken Feed was like just so easy to get paint from back in the day. That's what it was. Like, I could walk up to Shoreline near my mum's house and get, you know, 10 spray cans, and then you don't have to go catch a bus to the city. You know, like fucking trying to go to K&D, places like that. So you just ended up using that paint, and yeah, it was pretty whack. But it's sort of like, yeah, later on in life you do pieces with that and they look good.
Yeah.
And all the kids that have grown up with only using Iron Lac and Montana and like the fucking actual artist brands with good caps, like, they'll try a piece out of export paint and they've got no idea. Like, the shit's just fucked, and they blow right out at people that can do good ones.
I suppose if you learn with that, it's harder to begin with, but once you get the good shit, it's like, oh fuck yeah.
Do a much
better job, like, better base skill, I suppose.
That was another thing too, like when fucking Dose took me out for my first paint, I've not painted for ages, like, yeah, you had heaps of good cans, and the whole piece was good cans, and I was just like, man, this is just fucking amazing. Like,
fuck yeah.
You know,
I suppose the exports is the equivalent of an SM58 in a closet.
It is, bro.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, exactly, bro. Like, you can make it work.
Yeah.
Definitely. You can make it work, and you can make it look good.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. But it's just a little bit trickier.
Yeah.
Getting there.
You got to get creative with it to make it.
Yeah, and it's all practice. It's a lot of practice. And a lot of sketching too. Like, we used to all have black books that we really prided as you know, having a good black book. You know, every page is like a full colour production thing, and then you do like a couple of page productions with mates when you're hanging around with them, and just getting mates to do pages and passing them back and forward and trying to get it start to finish like looking wicked. Like, that whole thing seems to have disappeared in a way, the black book culture, like the writer's bench sort of shit. But recently I've got right back into it. Like, I've been loving it, man, like getting back into sketching. And to the point where like I'm addicted at like new pens. Yeah. Like, I go to every place looking for new pens.
Hello.
So go to Reject Shop, get what they've got. Go to fucking Dollar Savers, get what they've got. Going to Woolies.
It's Dollar Savers.
That's in Shoreline. Yeah. It's like a little Asian one,
yeah.
Which then you don't really save many dollars there. They're called Dollar Savers, but their shit's actually pretty expensive. But like they sell export cans actually, which is funny now. Like, Shoreline's selling spray paint again, but only because it's at Dollar Savers and they sell it for $5.
Same actually.
$5 a can. So going through a lot of old books that I found of shit that I wrote like real early on, and going through it and going looking at bars. You know, just looking at bars.
Yeah.
Man, well, that's a fucking good bar, so I'd like just take that. Just cherry pick stuff out of all that.
Yeah.
And then just bang together some random verses and then just put it straight over a beat and just make a random hook. Like, none of it's very cohesive, but it's just is what it is. It's just a hip hop song.
Yeah. And that's what I forget sometimes, that's like a part of hip hop, and it can be like that. Yeah. It can just be a verse, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to get caught up in like making it, like, I don't know, I got caught up in making it really like a whole story. And really,
and like the second verse come back to the first verse almost,
make
and
the whole song a real feel, and that's something I've grown into doing.
That is sick though. Like, if you can be a good storyteller, you know, like the horror show dudes and shit like Solo and that. You know, those guys are nuts with it. You know,
that's what this cunt's fucking really good at too.
Yeah,
really
definitely,
storytelling.
definitely, 100%.
It's something about our Odd Ones mixtape, sitting down together and we're like, all right, this is the story for this track.
Yeah,
and I find that whole process really enjoyable. Writing it all together to a story.
Yeah,
and I do too. This is your part, and this is what we're and it all comes together. It's like fuck yeah, it's such a good feeling when it comes out in the end.
For sure, yeah. We used to do a lot more theme stuff when I first started, trying to stick with the theme. And I mean, a lot of my tracks early on were just like break-up tracks, hardcore. So they just had a theme regardless. Yeah, it's just like a fucking I am heartbroken theme. Like fuck the world type shit. But
Sad Skurge.
Sad Skurge.
Sad Skurge.
I used to write so much emo shit. I still do.
Shout out Cat Stevens.
Love you, Cat. I still do. A lot of my music is quite depressing, but it is what it is. It's like drawing from parts of your life, or if I'm feeling down at the time, that's what I'm writing about. Can't call it emo. I think it's a bit emo, but all those tracks are my best tracks.
Yeah,
it's a great way.
All those tracks are my best tracks because when I'm in that headspace, and if I write those, a lot of the time they just fucking fall out of me. Yeah, and I end up with the whole way through. Harsh Winters and Dark Summers was probably one of my favourite tracks I've done. It went on the first THC release, I think, maybe the second one. I think it was the first. But that was like me and Malfunction in the booth, and I got home from work, and he was just playing with this like dark piano. It was like 2 notes, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck is that?" He's like, "I'm just fucking keep going on that. Keep going. I'm going to have a shower. I'll be back down." By the time I got down, he had like a boom bap beat to it, and a bit of bass line. I'm like, "Dude, keep fucking going," and I just started penning. Within like an hour and a half, I had 2 36-bar verses, a hook, an intro, and an outro. So that's another 32 or whatever. And then I just jumped in the booth, nailed it start to finish. Then he jumped on the mix and master. We had the whole track done within 6 hours. And to me, it's still one of my favourite tracks because I listened to that and there's actually not a multi in that track that I'd change. There's always generally one that I cringe on a bit and go, "Oh, I wish I didn't use that," or "I could have said that better." But that track, in my mind, I couldn't have said anything better. Everything's exactly where it should be. And that's why I suppose it makes us one of the best ones I've ever done.
How beautiful is it fucking making a song, and it happens every now and again where you listen to it and you go, "That's a perfect song. I fucking did it."
What's the favourite track you've ever done for you?
Stay's good, but I still cringe when I listen to it now. It's been too long. Stay from the Cycle EP.
Yeah,
that's definitely my favourite.
That's fucking sick song.
In terms of emotional development over a song, that's my favourite.
That is amazing.
But I don't even rap with that vocal tone anymore.
Yeah.
So that's been a big change. So when I listen to it, it doesn't sound like me. It sounds like old me.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
I heard you talking about that on one of your podcasts a few weeks ago, and talking about how you want to ditch that out of your set. But it feels like a staple of your set. That's the song that everyone knows.
I think so.
So it's hard. That was like me with Till the Heaven Splinter. I'd done it for so long at so many sets, and I had a film clip for it and all that shit, and it was one of everyone's favourite songs. But I think that's why. And it was one of my favourite songs. So it ended up a staple, and it ended up staying there.
Yeah.
And half the time I'm like, fuck, I should switch it out for something different.
Yeah.
But when it came around, it's like, nah, I should do it. And then every time I do it, cunts would love it.
Yeah.
I might not be frothing on doing it so much, but everyone loved it. So, you do have those tracks.
And that's what you're there for when you're performing, You're there fucking to make the crowd, please the crowd, entertain the crowd.
Yeah.
That's exactly what people are going there for.
You are,
That's
man,
what people are paying in to get, to there. So sometimes I just think, when I'm feeling real anxious before I sing, I'm just like, fucking get over this. You're here to entertain these people to come. They're probably feeling anxious being out themselves.
And those guys fucking they don't notice your little fuck ups anyway.
Exactly right.
You jump off the stage and they're just like, that was fucking tight as, that was perfect.
Yeah.
And you're like, in your head, you're like, no, I fucking actually fucked up 2 bars and then freestyled for 2 just because I couldn't remember my next bit. But they don't know that at all. Do you know what I mean? As long as you can. Either that, or when you fuck up, you laugh at it and banter with who's on stage with you. I mean, that's Draz would just dare stare me for fucking something up. Love you, Draz. But that's what we're like when we hype each other, because we want to have it so fucking tight that if one of us isn't, because it like smashed too much piss or whatever, fucking you'd be copping little fucking death stares back and forward on stage, like fucking, you're falling out, cunt, you're falling out, what are you doing? You know, like, but that's what we do to try and keep each other tight, you know, like, and love it though. Because it's funny, either that or we just start going doop doopy doop boop where, like, you know, and just
totally literally done that.
Yeah. Fucking exactly. Like, we just look at each other like, fuck it, we're fucking this up. Let's just like make it look like to the crowd we're having fun. Because no one cares. Like, if you're up there fucking up and start making the crowd laugh and that through your fuck ups, that's just part of the show. That's part of a good show, really. But some people fuck their shit up and freeze. And some people don't know how to banter either on stage, like, which is another thing too.
Definitely,
Yeah, that's another thing that you definitely need when you're on stage, I think, is that to fall back on. Or like the awkward breaks in between songs when the DJ's fucking around and, you know, you end up with a fair break because some audio thing's fucking up.
Yeah.
You know,
I found like it's a lot different when there's three of us performing. You know, we're all pretty like, you know, into each other's backups and stuff during our verses, so usually pretty occupied, but find like that free space in time where you're sort of standing there doing nothing, you become very self-aware on stage.
You do,
and it's like, oh fuck, like,
you do.
What am I doing here? Like, you become very conscious of your movements and shit like that.
Even just waiting for the beat to drop, like, so you can kick in your first line. If you've got like a slightly big intro or something, and you just walk around the stage and it's like, how's everyone feeling? No one's really replies or something. Like, you've got that dynamic early on in the set and no one really replies and you're like, oh yeah, cool.
So that's an odd thing that I am really good at alone but struggle with. I think we struggle with in when one's out. And I think that's because we don't want to step on each other's toes.
Yeah, definitely.
We're just all so conscious of that that we're all just like, oh.
Yeah, and you've got a very comedic personality anyway, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I imagine it comes from doing stand up and stuff like that.
Well, I think it's a very natural thing for you, and like I think, like I always think like, oh, I don't want to step on your toes, and you don't want to like take the lead too much. But I think that's almost got to happen a little bit. It's got to be natural, and like you and Bain are definitely the more natural speakers and performers. Like, and
you can just kick back and agree.
Yeah,
like, you go
pretty much, and just chuck in some bands here and there, and you know what I mean. Just,
exactly.
And I like staring up Bain on stage. I like trying to piss him off. It's fun.
Fun. What pisses him off?
Oh, just as you know, Menz is doing his verse, I go behind him, give him a little tickle, you know, breathe in his ear a little bit, get close to him, you know, dance battle him. He doesn't like that.
He doesn't like the dance battle.
Yeah, because he gets tempted to step back, and he can't let that go in public. That's for his bedroom only. Him and I just imagine Lockie 3 a.m. in his bedroom in the mirror.
Does he fucking let loose?
Full foot loose going on that shit.
Just completely naked.
If he's like really drunk and there's good music on at home, does he dance?
Oh, he moves.
Yeah,
he can move.
Yeah.
He can move and shake. That's rare.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, gold.
But it's fucking a great time. Great time. Man, there's no better feeling, really.
I pulled out of my last 2 gigs, which I'm fucking hell dead.
Oh, brother.
I was supposed to do the complete one, which I didn't do. Fucking Nibski fucking hit me up and then put me on that, and I was pumped as to do that, and got like a few weeks before, and I'd hardly practiced, and I was fucking in a bad headspace, and just ended up hitting him up. He was all G with it, you know, which was all cool.
Better off probably in that space not doing it than doing it.
Draz was like, fuck off, dude, you Skurge. Fucking just get up and do it, you dickhead. You done it like 100 times. I'm like, I know, bro. But then he got his little boy, so like he's got his son now full time, and he wasn't even wigging on that gig. Like the one before, he was like, fucking should do it, and I didn't, and I think it pissed him off a little bit. But then the next one, I was like, I don't think I can do it. He's like, oh, I don't care, I've got my little boy now. And I was like, all right, cool, that works out well, you know.
Yeah.
But that was the first like big support that I'd been offered for a long time. Yeah. You know what I mean, having complete. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm definitely gonna ride that wave, you know, like go and do that one. And apparently it was a sick gig and that, but I just couldn't get out of my headspace to do it, unfortunately. So I'm gonna be back soon, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Fuck yeah.
Skurge One. Thanks for popping in.
Skurge One, Part 1.
Part 1.
We've discussed it. We're going to have Skurge back.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
To fucking drop some knowledge.
It's been a fucking time and a half, brother.
Fuck yeah, thanks for having us, boys.
Thanks for the knowledge. It's been a session. I've learned a lot.
Yeah, fucking, that's wicked.
I feel like I've come out wiser.
That's wicked.
100%.
Man, like, I'm so fucking passionate about hip-hop, like...
Oh, dude.
I just...
Fucking oath.
Like, rapping and graphing and stuff, I'm just that fucking passionate about it. If I get to talk to other like-minded people that are passionate about their music and stuff, I like talking to anyone who froths off anything. You know, if I can see passion in someone's eyes when they're talking about building fucking fences, like, I like that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if they're fucking into it.
If they're into it, they're into it. But yeah, graph is definitely, not graph, hip-hop is definitely something that I've carried for so long, and I've seen so many things and gone through so many ups and downs, even in my own head, you know, like, should I keep doing it? And then I keep doing it, and then I end up loving it again, and I think it's something that'll be with me forever.
It's part of the evolution of it, man. It's part of the life cycle.
You
that's it. Go through that till the end.
That's it.
You always love it.
That's it, man. I could talk about it for hours, man.
Fuck yeah.
On a lot of shit, not just me, like just everything. So, yeah. Word up. Odd one's out. Gun fingers. Yeah, and I've been watching heaps of podcasts lately, like